Hello and welcome back, adventurers. We have successfully exited Warp Drive. We are locked in orbit around our latest celestial, and I even got the reactor to properly start charging. It's time to stream. Time to go. Welcome back. Again, as always, thank you to everyone that has supported me thus far. Likes, subs, favorites, whatnot. I greatly appreciate it. I honestly wouldn't be able to keep doing this without all your support and help and aid and all the good things that come along with all that stuff. Okay, so yeah, thank you is basically what I'm saying. So we'll get right into it. Last time, we went through, we kind of rehashed very briefly what the Punisher was all about, and then we went and did some PvE with the Punisher, just to kind of help us essentially fatten our wallets a little bit. That's essentially what today is going to be about. We're going to be doing a bit more ISK grinding with the Punisher and just kind of chilling out. So honestly, if you guys have any questions between here and later, please ask them. I'll answer them as best I can. If you guys have any information that you want to get out there about modules, other ships. One thing I do want to go over is the last Damar frigate, T1 frigate in the list, before we really kind of step into just playing the game. But beyond that, there isn't really a whole lot else going on. I did check the SOV map. The SOV map has not had any real changes. Actually, there's not really a lot of information or news on like the Eve side. The big thing I've seen is that it looks like the Imperium is going to war again against renters, PanFam renters, I guess. I'm not sure what that's all about. I did find a TLDR on Reddit, so I'll just kind of go over that real quick, just so that way we're kind of caught up and we know at least a little bit of what's going on, right? Because it is kind of interesting. The Imperium is going on the offensive, and based on what we saw with the SOV map, and actually I will bring that up. I'll bring up the SOV map so we can see exactly what they're looking at, because it is mentioned in the TLDR. We can kind of see what's going on and what they're actually after a little bit, hopefully, because it is kind of some interesting stuff. It's interesting to see just kind of that direction, and honestly, we kind of knew it was coming anyways, because of they kind of got that hate for Pappy Tappy, right? For Test, which is hiding right now behind Horde's renters, I guess, right? They're hiding out back in Drone Lands for sure. I think they're hiding out behind Horde's renters. So at least that's the way it looked like in the SOV map. So I could be wrong, but I don't think I am in this case. Beyond that, though, there's really not a whole lot of like additional news and such. Like the launcher didn't have anything. It's just been kind of a quiet weekend. If any of you guys saw, just as a kind of an aside, if any of you guys saw the Summer of Gaming stuff that happened at the beginning of June, I'm actually still chewing through it. There's a lot of great content out there, all interesting, all good stuff. I would encourage you guys to check out some of the press releases, conferences, recaps, if you haven't really already. It's, as far as having a not E3 event, this is pretty decent. So definitely give it a look, give it a watch. At the very least, we can glean one or two interesting games and interesting things from them. I know there's a few space games coming out that I'm actually kind of interested in. I'm looking forward to checking out. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and pop on over to the next screen. Boop. And before we go into, let me close that SOV map. Before we go into the influence map, which is kind of our main bread and butter for what we're going to be digesting, let's go into the TLDR Reddit that I found, and I did just skim it. There's a lot of really interesting propaganda, by the way. Just gonna throw that out there on Reddit. Like I said, I don't like to throw Reddit into the stream too much, but sometimes they hit the nail on the head. Sometimes it's just good content. In this case, TLDR is the Mittani made a post announcing the entirety of the Imperium will be deploying to Impasse to destroy Fire. The Imperium will not stop until Fire stop allowing PanFam from using their space to attack Imperium. Every Titan Super Dread will be going on deployment. The war goal is to end Fire support to Pappy. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure Pappy disbanded after World War B2, but I could be wrong. I guess I thought it all dissolved. I guess as long as there's at least 2 drones fighting, I guess Pappy will live on. Whatever. The Mittani is really mad at Pappy pushing through the border regions and doesn't want to wait until Pappy is knocking on Imperium's core. Analysts comment, this appears to just be a beginning, or the beginning of a formal war between Imperium and Pappy in the border regions in the south. Highly unlikely to be a war on the scale of World War B, as the core of Pappy nor Imperium are getting attacked, likely to eventually end with a stalemate with both sides claiming victory and keeping a buffer zone between both coalitions, which is most likely what's going to happen. So we'll go ahead and just squeak on over into the influence map and see exactly where the fight actually is. So like we can see right here, like here's the Legion of X-Death, Valkyrie Alliance, Unreal, Razor, and here's Horde right here. Like they've actually, and like I had pointed out a few streams ago, it's kind of strange that Horde had this spot, and here's NC dot now, Northern Coalition. They've got their own little spot right here. Here's No Value as well. And all of that seemed a little strange to me, to just how it shaped up. Again, here's Triumvirate still holding strong. So them having kind of space right here is odd to me. And then here's Dracarys, which on that note about Dracarys, apparently they recently lost a keep star worth about 200, I want to say it was 212 billion. I got the notification from Zkill's Twitter, and it was pretty surprising to see that a Dracarys Dracarys keep star actually went up in flames. I just didn't expect it. So yeah, that was a thing that happened. And then here's Dracarys, Siberian squads, and Goon Swarm to the Imperium. Here's the initiative right up there. So it's, just seeing that. And if we look all the way up here, here's Test hiding behind NC dot and Pandemic Horde. As I said, that's I guess, like I said, I guess if you've got two drone lands members of Pappy still alive, then I guess Pappy still exists. But evidently there's 3. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this all shapes up. I mean, Imperium's bringing their full might down on just on this general area to try to kick them back to where they belong. That was really the main thing. Aside from that, I know that the MER, the monthly economic report for last month, did recently get released, and I didn't even touch on it. Reason for that is I'm actually scaling back. I'm probably going to try to find a way to condense it, and I'll probably come back around in a couple of months to start actually talking about it, but more of a condensed Brave only format for those of us in Brave that maybe want to see just exactly how that breaks down for our area, our region, and our surrounding regions, areas. So just to kind of see how us and our neighbors, I guess we should call them, not because they're not really allies. let's not. Let me see here. I'm not actually sure how to get rid of that. So either way, I guess welcome to the stream. I won't be buying that, but thank you for the advice, I guess. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not even sure how. To well, all right. Oh, perfect. Thank you, Misa. I appreciate that. I don't actually know how to do that, and I don't think I can do that from where I'm at. Since I'm looking at it on OBS. All right, let's go ahead and boop on over. Boop to the game. And we will go from here. Let me get everything set up on my end. I did the wrong thing here. And there we go. That's what I need to. All right. Let's start with the server pulse. Tranquility now has 15.4K accounts logged in at the moment. If whether or not all of them are actual people, I guess only Bob knows. As I say every time. So from here, we'll go ahead and get on to the last, I believe, of the Amar frigates that we haven't covered. Just to kind of touch. Well, no, because we also didn't do the Crucifier. But this is a good time to kind of talk about the Inquisitor just before we get more into it. Excuse me. Before we kind of get into the isking up part. So the Inquisitor is kind of interesting. I believe it's all of the factions have their own Logi type ship. I want to say, yeah, they've got the Bantam, the Navitas, and Vigil. I guess not. Oh yeah, the Burst is one too. So out of everything that's left on the Amar side, the Inquisitor being one of them, it's one of the of course 4 main Logi ships that you've got. Logi frigate ships, sorry. It's got a 10% bonus to remote armor rep, 10% reduction in remote armor rep activation cost. Excuse me, 10% bonus to remote armor rep mount, and then activation cost. Roll bonus is 50% bonus to remote armor rep optimal range, and a 600% bonus to remote armor rep fall off. So for a frigate, for a Logi frigate, it's actually been equipped pretty reasonably speaking. Again, it's an Amar ship, so it is going to follow the standard Amar fanfare of being an armor ship. It's got 2 turret hardpoints, and if I'm not mistaken, your remote armor reps can fit those hardpoints. You get 3 high slots, 2 mid slots, and 4 low slots, and about pretty average as far as resistances go across the board. So, and then you also get a little bit of drone capability, not a whole lot, just 5 megabits a second and 5 cubic meters. So that gives you enough to have a drone. That gives you enough to have there we go. It gives you enough to have a drone. It gives you enough to have kind of what you need. Generally speaking, in a Logi chain, Hey, thanks for the follow, Raptor. I appreciate it. um, Generally speaking, with a Logi frigate, you're not doing it like you're not doing the frigate by itself, right? Or just alone with one of them. You're usually having like 2 or 3, because you at least for like the cruisers for sure, you generally are going to have some kind of like a remote rep chain and a cap chain going, and that's for your more advanced Logi. It's for your bigger fleet Logi setups. For something like a Logi frigate, I believe just bringing like I think the small gangs usually just bring like 2 of them together. Oh, nice. Nice. Well, welcome to the stream. We're just gonna be chilling today, so nothing too crazy or well, there's probably gonna be a lot of explosions, I'm not gonna lie, but we're not, at least I'm not blowing anybody up today. Not yet. But either way, welcome. Glad to have you. Glad for everybody to be here, of course, always. But yeah, that's basically it as far as your Logi frigates. You know, they generally, you're not going to have any kind of like a big chain going or anything like that. It's usually going to be like a couple of them around just to kind of help keep your attacky frigates in the battle for a little bit longer. Pop your one drone. Usually I would assume you're either going to want to use like a warrior one, just to make sure you can get on some kills, or you're gonna want to do something like an EC 300, Hornet EC 300, I believe is what it is. Let me find out real quick, just so I'm not looking. Light Scouts. There they are. E-War. Hornet EC3s, yeah. I believe it's small enough. Yeah. It's small enough and uses up 5. Yeah. So you would use something like that probably to just help out your attackers. Your teammates essentially. In the fight. And that's basically it for the Logi frigate, at least for that one. It's dedicated Logi, so like actually going into it with battle is kind of like committing seppuku. Why would you, right? That kind of thing. But yeah, so to each his own, her own, however you want to do it. It's certainly going to be, I mean, it's certainly a lot of fun to fly. Logi's very interesting because Logi is kind of like your healer role, in relation to like how other MMOs handle them. So like at least for us on Eve, like Logi fills that healer role. And Logi has to come in the form of either armor, shield, and or capacitor in order to actually do the thing it needs to do. Because capacitor can help you continue fighting, and obviously armor and shields keep you in the fight longer. So that kind of thing. Kind of multiple things to manage, if you will. I guess it's really not too different from like HP and mana, if you really think about it. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'll stop rambling about that. We'll get on to the next big thing. Let me redeem some skill points real quick on this guy before I really get going. There we go. Come on. Let me do the thing. Boy, it's really fighting with me today. Let me see if I can... Huh. Alright, well, that's fine. We'll just go on to the next thing. I I'm probably going to go ahead and run a couple of abyssals, and then when that's done, I'll go from there. And... okay, I don't have any. I'll probably go ahead and run some level 1s and 2s. I'll probably just burn some of them. Just to try to help that out a little bit. Let's see. Oh, that's what we need. That should get us about 6 rounds. Other MMOs have general healers. We can have your specific support roles depending on ship build. Yes, that is very true. Raptor, thank you for pointing that out. We can have specific support roles, and I didn't even really think about that because you can. For battleships, just kind of parked out here. Somebody made the drifters very, very mad. For those of you who are interested in what a drifter looked like, a drifter battleship, here you go. And it looks like he's got that guy. Let's see if it tells me. Nope, it doesn't tell me. I think it only tells me what happens to me or what I do. That's still kind of interesting to see, though. Makes you wonder exactly who they're tracking here and what's going on. I am gonna go out of this spot, however. I'm not going to provoke them. That's actually kind of, you know, it's just speaking of the Logi side of things. That's always been kind of the interesting thing is Eve is so specific in certain things. And it's because of the way that it's designed, the sandbox environment. You know, there are so many different things that you can actually do. Like, you don't have to be locked down to one thing or another. You know, if you want to be like cap Logi support, you can cap Logi, you know, you can take on the general role. You can, I believe we've actually got drones that can handle the Logi as well. And then, like, while your drones are essentially helping each other, right, you guys can be attacking and just all sorts of crazy builds. It's really good stuff. There we go. Some good stuff. There's just some stuff I've always wanted to try out, so. Oh boy. Sid Aegis. Let's get her aura. On. For those of you who are curious, I am running the T0 abyssals, the electrical specifically, and I am running them in a Punisher equipped to handle T0 abyssals. And I will most happily bring up those of you who are curious. Actually, I'll put it right there. You can't see it. I'll put it right there. Go back to Aurora. Loot. Go back. Oh, and for those of you who are curious, yes, the ship says name me, because if you can redeem the tachyonic particles, the channel points, you can name the ship. So name away. Okay, got it. Yeah, let me change it. There we go. Uh-oh. Let's just head that direction. That was a good shot. It's the origin conduit, so that puts us at... You gonna tell me? Please tell me. Why is this not showing me this upper part of my screen? I'm really confused. And I can't figure out why it won't show me. I'm pretty sure it puts us at about 5 minutes. Before we proceed any further, I am going to dock up and I'm going to try to reload my client real quick. So we are going to take a very short intermission, and while we're doing that, I will go ahead and run the ad a bit early, so that way we don't have to worry about it while I'm doing cooler things. Oh, hey, cool. We got a decayed medium NOS multiplasmid. That's neat. Maybe we need to start doing some, are they fighting? No? They're just there. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put us into BRB mode, run that ad, and I'm gonna reload this real quick, and then we'll get back to all the cool stuff. Sorry about this, guys. I'm not sure what's going on. I can't do. Well, now I can do that at least. Yes, I can't do. It's like I can do some things, but I can't do everything. Yeah, that seems very strange to me. All right, yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, we are back, and this time it's working, so that's at least good. Sorry about that once again. I apologize. Good news is I don't have to worry about the ads anymore for quite some time. Um, let me go ahead and actually let me change this to. I guess so, Misa. That's great. Let's see here. Projectile weapon rigging. Blue remote armor rep. Actually, let's do small projectile turret as well. Do that as well. That's actually pretty decent. Okay, good. Okay. Now for that last run, we got 1.8 mil. That's pretty good. Go ahead and drop that in there, and then we'll keep going. They are still here. They're still hovering around. The abyss spot. Get a fleet going. Actually, just pop that there. For some reason, my follower goal did not update last time when I did it, so I'm not sure why. But however, we have officially hit, thanks to Raptor 316, we have officially hit our first follower goal that the stream has hit. So yay, milestone! Yeah, go us, go everybody. That is so cool. We will have to do something cool. Probably, I'll actually probably work it out and think about what to do over the weekend, and we'll do it a week from today. Maybe we'll go, I don't know, I guess the best thing to do in Eve is just go out and shoot somebody, right? So maybe that's what we'll just go do. Yay. So yeah, we'll go shoot somebody. We'll just have to figure out exactly who it is we're gonna go shoot, or try to shoot, I guess. Actually, I know exactly what I'll do. Come on, let me go. There we go. I'll go to Jeddah. Actually, and you know what? Now that I already know, I'll probably do this on Thursday. I'll go out to Jeddah, and I'll go fit me out a nice shiny Atron. Not too shiny, obviously, wallet restrictions. And I'll go find someone to shoot in an Atron. That sounds very very brave oriented. I think we should do that. That's what we will do. Do the thing. Right. I get hit one last time before it blew up. After it blew up, I mean. That was a divisive shift in scenery. Wow. server lag spike, maybe? Oh. Oh yeah, I didn't put this back up. For those of you curious. Also, I want you guys to keep in mind that while this particular Punisher T0 electrical fit is fit out for my skills, how do I choose to earn ISK to support my characters? Honestly, just various ways. I don't plex, or I haven't really plexed. I actually usually just do the subscription. So all of the ISK that I earn is just out of fun. Just whatever I like to do. I generally prefer to do exploration. I've gotten into abyssals recently because it's just there's a bit of a more of a challenge than just standard ratting. However, like doing C2 wormhole ratting is a lot of fun. Like that's something that I actually really enjoyed for the short bit that I was able to do it. So I do hope to get back to that, and that's actually something I want to show on stream at some point too. Just a matter of getting there. What about you, Raptor? What do you like to do? And also, like I was gonna say, for everybody else here, this particular fit is done to my skills. You want to use the anode pulse or anode particle streams or the modulated energy beams if you do not have the skills to use the tier 2 tech 2 beam lasers, the beam laser specialization skill. So just so you guys are all aware. Yay, now I can see how long it takes me. I used to, by the way, Raptor, do Gila ratting in nullsec. Well before I joined Brave, I was in Dronelands in a group. Let's see. Well, first I was in Skeleton Crew, and then I was in Triumvirate. And in those times, I would have 2 accounts. All wormholes in combat site. Yeah, that can always be rough. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, just dual Gilaing it. Mine and Rat and Null. Okay. It does depend upon your wormhole that you go to. For one, you want to make sure you go to a low class, a C1 to C3 wormhole. Yeah, I mean, but it's still steady income. Mining and ratting is still very steady income, especially in nullsec. But yeah, if you're doing exploration, the your C1 to C3 is going to have the pirate data and relic sites. That's what you'll be able to look for. And if you're doing so anytime you go to a C4 to C6, that's when you're going to find the unsecured and the Forsaken, I think is what it's called. And that's all you're going to find. But yeah, there are some days when you're doing exploration and you just don't find anything. Origin. All right. Here, trick. Huh. Shouldn't be invulnerable. There we go. it is generally a lot easier to do exploration by doing wormhole hopping if you can, or if you're in nullsec, doing the exploration through the nullsec sites in that way, than it is to actually do like hopping, like K-space to Anoikis, K-space to Anoikis, that kind of thing. You know, kind of, I know one thing I've always liked to do is once I'm in a wormhole, I just go down the chain in order to, you know, in order to find what I need. So I find that that just kind of provides the most just kind of, it's easier to be more consistent that way. It's even easier if you don't have to like leave every day. You can kind of have like a point of reference to like joining a wormhole corporation, like I joined Spoopy. That can make things a lot easier to handle as well. So it's really, but I mean, like everybody's flavor in Explo is going to be a lot different. But I've found that there's not really a lot of content out there, you know, just in wormhole space, like for wormhole stuff. So I am very interested to get that started, just to show that off. But it still takes a bit more of a push for me to get there than what I can do right at the moment. So I'm starting things like this. Or at least on this account I am. One thing you can do, Raptor, is if you guys find a wormhole out there in nullsec, keep it open, scan down the site, and see if you can find some gas in there. Because if you can find gas, that gas can be harvested, and you can sell that for a pretty good buck. So it's definitely something to consider. Gas huffing has long been like the bread and butter for you know, for just general ISK mining in wormhole space anyways. Like, actually, you know, that's something else I should show too. Number 2 done, I want to say. Right. Let's see if we can drop our speed, because I think that's I think I'm gonna hit that cloud. go. Go a little faster. And we've hit about 5.5 minutes. Not bad. Oh, there it goes. Oh, signature radius. Okay. It's hard to tell. Starting. Oh, dear. Spam the D scan as it should. You should definitely be spamming D scan as much as you can. You generally don't want to get complacent. I tend to get complacent with D scan, and I don't hit it nearly as often as I should. So definitely don't be like me. If you go into a wormhole, that's what you want to do. For sure. You got it right. Oh no, my shields. Okay. Ow. Transfer code. Okay. Oh, too far away. Hey, Yelga, how's it going? Doing all right? Just isking up a little bit. I got 2 more runs planned out for the T0s, and then I'll probably go take my haul out and make that isk. I'll turn the red loot into isk bread. Yeah, just working on pounding it flat right now. Making isk pita bread, I guess that's one way to say it. Nan, yeah, nan bread. Nan isk bread. Isk nan bread. Isk bread with a sprinkle of nan. Nan bread with a sprinkle of isk. Bread ping. Bread ping. Lobby's probably gonna lynch me one of these days. It's okay. I look forward to it. Worth it. I'm just gonna shout worth it right before it happens. It's all good. I didn't really have a meme set up for today because I thought, it's just a really chill day, so not gonna do like a super try hard in the lobby with a meme this time around. I probably should have anyways, just because, but that's all right. Wow, he's hitting hard. And I'm not able to hit him that hard. It's odd. Gosh. Oh. I keep forgetting to bring that into the forefront so everybody can see it. Okay, there it goes. Origin conduit. But I don't know, guys, after I run these 2 abyssals, because I've got 2 more tranquil electricals that I want to run just to make sure we get kind of that stable spot. We got quite a bit of red loot at this point. I just want to get a bit more kind of under the belt. You guys want me to go into doing the level 1, level 2 missions, or would you rather me just do some Explo? I mean, I could do either, honestly. Just really have a bit of fun with both, with either or. There's lots of time. So, I actually might just go ahead and put it to a vote. I might do that. Oh, come on. There we go. I'll probably do that. I'll set up for a vote here after the last one. And we'll do that because I can go either way. The level 1, level 2 missions, Sisters of Eve missions that were already kind of in the system to do. It's just more consistent. But the Explode's just more fun because, you know, what if we get that sick payout again? So. Just get those started. Be my luck that I don't do that and I end up regretting it later. Wow. What a hit. 692 HP. That was a really, really good hit from that. H's. There we go. Really good hit. To get closer. Don't run away. It's not how I wanted that to go. Definitely don't leave the loop. Excuse me. almost 6-minute run. It's good. Go. Okay. Last one. Last one for this, at least. Really good shot. Oh. That's right. I'm in a new trace. If I'm not careful, I'll get too much of the dumb and I'll lose my ship before I even really get started. Let me put that back up. And by the way, guys, I know I put Aurora and Gleam in here. I'm barely using Aurora, and most of the time I'm using the Imperial Navy multi-frequency, so you don't really need to use the Gleam unless you really want to. In this case, I might actually try it with this guy. See if Gleam makes a difference here. It's really just not attacking like I thought it would. Go back to the Imperial. Good hit. Here we go. At least I'm doing something. Not too bad.
Drive active.
Let's see. Let's get everything gathered up. Drifters are still here.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Okay. Put all this in the item hanger. Stack. Punish all our best, but transporting this stuff. Quite a bit. I actually had 25 million in red loot, so that's really good. And then we have another about roughly 3 mil based on what this says. It's not worth a whole lot. What is worth 6? So there are some left in marks. Okay. storage bill. Okay. I'll actually probably hold off. Guess I'll head over to line. Okay, we'll do that. Why?
Warp drive active.
There. Okay, I guess we'll go ahead and set up a poll. Poll.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Okay. Poll should be up. You guys feel free to vote, and we will go from there as soon as I'm done dropping off these this red loot and getting this ISK in the wallet. We'll move on to the next thing. Feel free to choose. Keep in mind, we are also making steady ISK with the Abyssals. We would be making steady ISK with the security missions. So the wormhole explo is kind of one of the things that you would find a lot of interesting things, but you may not find anything at the same time. But if you do find something, it could be that sweet, sweet payout. tools.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Oh. Get that moved a little closer. Space rabbits talking. Makes you very noisy. Don't let anyone ever tell you rabbits are not talkers. They are very talkative. And this one is no exception. This one's very noisy. Okay.
Warp drive active.
Yes. Space bunny honking is annoyingly adorable.
Docking permission.
Very hard to ignore.
Request accept.
She's been sitting there honking at me all night. Honk honk. Honk honk. She's a happy bunny. Okay, we made it. Yay! So, immediate. 2 million in sales tax. Ouch. Okay. I didn't think it was that low, but I did double check it before. Back out. Okay, more T0 abyssals. Looks like that's what won out. So that's what we'll do. Apparently somebody likes the pretty scenery or the guaranteed explosions or the guaranteed ISK or all of the above. I don't know. Either way, looks like that's what we're doing. So we'll hit some more T0s for the next hour and a half, wherever time brings us. Cool with whatever. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it was either abyssals, running some missions, or going in to do some explo, some wormhole exploration. So it's just either one, either or all. Well, I guess not all. I can't do all at the same time. That'd be pretty cool. American Theft 80s. Okay. I've never heard of Is that just a movie or a TV show? I do that a lot. I'll do
Warp drive
game.
active.
I will do that. I actually, interestingly enough, I just got Chorus. It's a space game on Steam. It was on discount, 50%. Actually do. And I'm really excited to get it installed and try it out later.
Warp drive active.
Starts on the 23rd. Okay, that's interesting to note. That does look like a lot of fun, Raptor. In Eve earlier. Yeah. It reminds me a lot of Thief Simulator, only probably a bit better put together. On it it just came out like the other day too. That's really awesome. And I've heard of Playway before. I've actually got a few of their games. So set in the 80s. Yeah. I was actually born in 84 myself, so I completely get you. Hey, Master 2C, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Welcome to the group. And thank you for the follow. Thank you for the support. Okay, couple jumps away. Yeah, I was like I was saying, Raptor, I was born in the 80s, and I never actually owned the brick Game Boy. Apparently Misa does. Misa actually has a brick Game Boy, which was kind of interesting to find out when I first met her. I didn't start getting into the Game Boy until we had like the Game Boy Pocket. I had I think it was the ice blue one. So that was my first Game Boy, ironically enough. I'm new in the game. Please talk about how to get the venture. Yeah. Okay. Venture. You can pick up a venture from multiple different. I mean, like pretty much any. Pretty much any avenue. Actually, let me back up a sec. First of all, and say welcome to Eve. Welcome to the greatest sandbox you will ever find in the digital world. Quite honestly, Eve is just a lot of fun. There's so many different ways to do anything and everything in this game. It's pretty awesome. So as far as picking up a venture, there are multiple different ways to do it. You're welcome. You could do you could just go up to Jeddah and buy one. They're not too expensive. You go into the market, like here, I'm not in the Forge, I'm in Genesis, but in the search, a venture is, a little less than 300,000, 300k ISK just on its own. A venture itself has multiple different ways of just outfitting it. If you look in the ship tree on the ore tab, here you've got the venture itself. It's a mining frigate, so you actually have to have the skill for mining frigates, which if you're an alpha or nubro, or well, obviously you'd be both, Especially if you were new to the game, you'd probably start out as an alpha and then sub if you wanted to or whatever. Mining frigate bonus, or the mining frigate is in Spaceship Command. You got, yeah, mining frigate. And as a alpha, you can train it up to level 4. Once you go to Omega, I believe is when you can train it to level 5. But the ship itself, you get 5% bonus to mining yield, 5% reduction in gas cloud harvesting duration. And then its roll bonus is 100% bonus to mining and gas cloud harvesting yield, plus 2 bonus to ship warp core strength, and 50% reduction in industrial sinusoidal field generator liquid ozone consumption. So you can actually equip this with an industrial sino and use it as a sino beacon. Now a lot of people fit up this venture with either mining lasers or gas huffers, depending upon what you're doing. You can't, well, you have to have the skill, the mining frigate skill learned to level 1, but it's not, I think you actually get it by default, at least at level 2 when you start a new character. If I'm wrong, the skill book is not expensive, especially since you usually start out with like a couple million ISK, and if you don't, you could start by doing your career agent and doing a couple of those missions, and that generally gets you the ISK pretty quickly. I believe the mining career agent can also give you a venture. Don't quote me on that. It's been a minute since I've ran one. Let's see here. Where was it at? In help? Right? And then... no, it wasn't in help. Where are they? Ship. Oh, I think they're in the agency. Here's industrialist. You've got mining and resource acquisition in this, and there's actually a video that teaches you all about it. Right there. So, but generally, no, you can't get the venture without learning the skill. Once you do, though, like it's literally like it's less than an hour to get to level 1, and then you're already in there, right? But once you get in there, fitting up a venture is pretty simple. You've got, usually in a lot of cases, if you're in a player-owned corporation, they're already going to have fits for venture, or they'll have handouts anyways. If you're not, I believe, yep, there are community fittings for the venture. You've got the alpha miner, which is if you don't have the skill set, they'll show you miner 1s, no rigs, an afterburner, shield extender, survey scanner, so you can scan out the various rocks in your area, and a nanofiber in order to just give it kind of a little bit more oomph when you're, using the ship itself. And about clocking in at about, at least here in Genesis, 346k ISK. That's actually fairly cheap, and you can make that up very quickly no matter where you're at. Some of it depending upon where you go to actually mine. You, even as an alpha though, you can beef this up a little bit, so that's something to keep in mind. It just depends on how you want to do it and where you want to go. You have 10 cubic meters of drone base space and 10 megabits a second of drone bandwidth, so you have the ability to use 2 drones, 2 light drones, and I would strongly recommend you take advantage of that if and when you can. That would be the only other thing. Aside from that, you've got like here, I can't actually use this fit. and the reason being because I don't have mining drone operation 1. So in this case, they probably have 2 mining drones, so that increases your mining ability. So, yeah, not a problem. Tech 1 mining, and this is actually more of a standard fit, by the way. So when you go into community fittings, check out Tech 1 mining and look at this, because this is a bit more typical of what you're going to see for a venture fit. You got your scanners, you got your compact afterburner, you've got your extender, you've got some more extenders, which again, these rigs are not common. They're gonna change based on whatever, because your EHP is not going to matter a whole lot. But you're going to have those mining lasers, and you're going to have a salvager 1. Periodically, as you're mining the belts or the anomalies, you're going to get NPCs, rats as we call them, that show up. You're going to use your drones, in this case your hobgoblin ones, to attack them and blow them up, and then you can go and salvage the wrecks, and that'll make you a little bit of extra ISK. It does require you to have a few extra skills, I believe, to use the salvager 1 and again the hobgoblins, but these are all, like, if you're just starting out, these are very low skill requirements. Like, you're gonna probably get in here into this entire fit in a couple of hours, 2 to 4 hours, I want to say, at the most. And as you increase your mining capability, as you increase your skill in using the mining frigates, that mining frigate skill, your yield is going to get better. So keep that in mind too. And if you omega, you can get into mining barges later on down the line. So just that's kind of a short, like a super short synopsis, but that's the basics of it, all things considered. And if you have any more questions, feel free to ask. I'm here every Monday and Thursday around the same time, so yeah. Trying to figure out how to here in this game. Yeah, that's fair. It's yeah, everybody has to start somewhere. That's right. How many days have you been playing so far? Dark tranquil. Here we go. We'll just drop all 24. First day today. Okay, so you're probably not quite at that million skill point. That first million then. If I had to guess. And those drifter battleships are still hovering around here. My gosh. Yeah, okay. Not a problem. Are you planning on omegaing, or plexing your account, or are you just gonna kind of feel it out as an alpha for now? Let's go to Aurora. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's fair. That is perfectly understandable. I like to you're gonna hear a lot in this game about ISK per hour. Myself and literally everybody else in Brave prefers to view the game in fun per hour. So if you're not having fun, maybe switch it up, have fun. It's all about what you can get out of the game and how much fun you can have, because it's your game. Whether you're paying for it or not, it's still your time. So we're not we're not working here. We're we're poking around with pixel spaceships and making pretty lights, you know, whether it's pretty mining lights or pretty blasty lights. Yep, exactly. You can have a lot of fun as an alpha. While I am currently on an Omega account, I'm actually training this particular character in the same path as an alpha would go. So there are very few skills that are actually being trained right now that you can only use as an Omega. Everything else that I'm training in my skill queue, you can actually have as an alpha. There's a maximum skill point allotment of 20 million, but like as an alpha, you can only utilize you can only utilize a max of 20 million, but as like if you stay an alpha and never go Omega, you can only train 5 million of those skill points on your own. The rest have to come through like skill injectors, so which is the only downside. But yeah, so kind of my goal with this character is to get him to that 20 mil, get all the alpha skills trained up, so that way I kind of have the full array to show everyone. This is okay. That's doing pretty good. Ooh. But yeah, so definitely feel free to stick around, ask questions, question my motives. You know, if you find something that looks strange or you don't understand it, I will help. I will answer it to the best of my ability and help you out. And whether you are planning to be an alpha, stay an alpha, go Omega, or anything in between, if you want and you want to get in with a good group of people, and you want to dip your, actually, even if you don't want to dip your toes into nullsec, look into the Brave Collective. They are one of the best groups I've found in like forever in Eve, quite literally. I mean, they're there to help out new bros, they're there to help out old bros, you know, with literally everything: ships, skill books, learning materials, all sorts of stuff. So, and they're available a heck of a lot more than I am. So they've got both a high sec and a null sec division. So it's at least worth a look. Yeah, not a problem. And of course, shameless plug for spoopy newbies if you ever decide to go into wormhole space. So, because I think Jolly would get upset if I didn't at least mention that. Gosh, I can't shoot this thing. No, but Eve is a lot of fun. You know, definitely take your time with it. There is a lot to explore. And what makes Eve so good is honestly the community. It's the interaction. It's a lot. There's a lot more like on a social aspect of the game than you would actually think. And it's just got that certain magic about it, you know. So yeah. It's a lot of frames all of a sudden. This must just be a really bad run. Do any agent mining mission don't have enough weights? Have enough weights. Security status, maybe? I don't think I've heard of weights. Standings? Oh, space. Okay, space in your cargo hold. I gotcha. Yeah. I guess that's largely dependent upon... How much is it saying that you need? Or rather, I guess I should ask, how many units are they wanting you to mine? And of what? Let's do that. Yeah. Yeah, Raptor's right. If you haven't done the career agents, make sure you start there. And there should be like a industrial career agent. 1080 units. Is it Veldspar they're after? Oh, 1080 units, cubic meters probably. Yeah, if you're, I mean, obviously if you're an adventurer, you're gonna get that no problem. I mean, yeah, by and large, your best bet's the venture. You can't do the venture yet. You could always do a hauler. Haulers are gonna have a lot of space, but you're gonna mine a little slower. Oh yeah. Go to the agency. Yeah, there they are. Go to the agency, which is going to be in your Neocom menu. Activities at the very top, the agency. And that will give you this window right here. And then you go to agents and missions. And you go to career. From there, you can find your closest career agents. So in your case, you're going to want to look for, I think it's entrepreneur. No, not entrepreneur. It might actually be producer. Yeah, because they're industrial. It kind of blends industrial with manufacturing. Oh, okay. The mining career agent mission is buggy. Yeah, I didn't think about that. If it lets you accept it anyways, go ahead and just do it. Especially if you've already got a venture. But yeah, you need to go to the system in question, into the station in question, in order to get the career agent underway. Let's see. And we're gonna activate another one. I flew away. There we go. right, Raptor. Stay classy. 7-0. Let me do it. There we go. And now, of course, it's too close. So now I have to switch them anyways. Oh no, my poor shields. Swing around and boop. Nice shot. I do not like these Lancers. They really just they have way too much maneuverability. Switch to standard. Just do that. That way at least I can still hit them no matter where I'm at. Yeah. You can run, but you can't hide from my yellow lasers. Everything seems more stable. That's good. All right, let's go to Aurora. God. Wow, that took out half of my armor. That one hit that he did. Gosh, talk about painful. Take it easy, 7-0, Master, and have fun in the game. I'll be here, so you have fun. Good talking with you. I think it is actually getting pretty late for a lot of people. Yeah, I finally found it. Oh, did I forget? I'm sorry. Oh, I totally forgot about the ads. I got... Oh, oh no. Sorry, Misa. I totally got wrapped up in the moment. I apologize. Supposed to be keeping an eye on that. I failed again. I'll get it right one of these days. If I didn't actually have to worry about managing the ads, that would even be better, but I don't know. Oh, I didn't shut this off. There we go. Phone's been quiet this entire time. Okay, let's find out why it's yelling at me. Okay. Wasn't anything important. Let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 19. Do it 6 more times. Right now, at least. And away we go. Once again, deep down the rabbit hole. Kapow, kapow. Well, this one's going down real quick. That's good. Right. Oh. Are you okay, Misa? Did it all come back okay? Yeah. Sometimes that happens. Give your cups to the computer. I'd believe it. I'd believe it. You're really bad about doing that. Uh-oh, another devoted hunter. And yet another situation where there's a big old rocket. That's right, keep coming closer. Ooh. What a day. What a day. It's a good hit. That one had almost a billion. Over a mil. Something like that. Do it. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Oh, nice hit. Ooh. Excuse me. Got a Lancer this time around. That is what's blocking our way through. Okay. And we've hit. We're getting pretty close to that 5. That's good. That. Go ahead. Blast it a few times with the multi-frequency, and then I'll probably switch to the standard. So it's just gonna keep it. Need something that's gonna actually be able to hit it and do decent damage. And the standard fits that bill. I believe, have been past the 5. Yeah, we've actually hit. That's the 6-minute mark. So that's not too bad. All right, we'll run one. There we go. So hitting these guys pretty hard. What? Okay. good haul for that one. This is actually shaping up to be very good. Ah, no, it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Ooh, man, what a hit against that thing. There we go. And we'll just open that up. Oh, nice. Good clean mill. Okay, so we ran away in the few runs that we did. Not counting the tranquil electricals. 11.1. Not bad. We didn't really get a lot of survey. Well, I guess we got enough. That's really not too bad.
Warp drive active.
That's good. And the drifter ships are still here. Somebody has really made them angry. I guess we'll have to see if they're still here on Thursday. So great. All right, well, that's gonna be it for me here. It is a bit early. However, my reactor is screaming at me right now, telling me that it is ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead and enter that warp speed. Like I said, we have hit that follower goal. So I think this Thursday, we're gonna take a bit of a detour. We'll wrangle us up an Atron. We'll get everything set up and we'll go figure out who we're gonna shoot. We're gonna go maybe plink around in nullsec and see if we can get someone to do something or something like that. You know, do the brave thing. Go shoot someone in faction warfare or shoot someone in nullsec or something like that. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But we'll do it in an Atron. I think that's just fitting. Because we hit our follower goal. We finally did it. Go us. You know, we are at, even though the follower goal says 77, we are at 76 on this channel. So we have hit our first, well, okay, technically our second biggest milestone, because our first, I believe, was actually getting to affiliate. So we did great. Go us, right? At any rate, I hope you all have an adventurous week. And I'll see you in the verse. Bye.